Let's go. Hey, yo. We back.
It's actually one of my favorite verses I ever made in my life. Speaking of, because I saw the Eminem verse. That verse,
Yeah.
in that verse I said, because I gotta eat because I can't starve. I remember days I was thinking, oh my God, will I make it out? But yes, I stayed devout. I made it to the top. I fell back down, and now I'm climbing back up that hill again. Bitch, I gotta win. I remember days when I was balling like CNN, big dividends. Now I'm back up on my knees and I'm looking up to God saying, Jesus, help me, please. I love that verse. One of my favorites.
Exactly. Then on the remix, I came through and I was like,
What the hell?
when what the hell? What's the oh, hey, listen, bro. Please shut up, bro. What the hell? What the Halle Berry? Stupid, bro. It's so funny.
Boosie's remix verse of that is one of the scariest things I've ever heard in my
Bro.
life. If you haven't heard it, when you get off of this pod, go listen
Okay.
to it. You'll be like, bro, what?
I don't even
That man said, my main man told me he fucked his Celly. What the hell? I'm like, all right, bro. I'm like, all right,
oh,
Boosie. I'm like, all right, Boosie.
well,
I'm like, all right, Boosie. What? I'm like,
yo.
I literally said, what the heck?
He said, "What wait? So you proved this point, bro? You had the
Why the
exact
fuck you put that
response.
on the song, though, bro?
The name of the song is "What the Hell." He said, "My man said he fucked his Celly. What the hell? You said what the hell? Come on, let's go. Come on
Yeah,
now.
I guess he won that one. I guess he won that one. But Cheap Dream Pod, we here, we back.
We back. We
Sorry,
back. We back.
we missed episode. No, we ain't miss episode.
No, we ain't loafing, bro.
Oh
We
no,
knew
I
we
forgot
knew what was
I forgot we
happening.
put one out on Saturday. I ain't been dropping no shorts. I'm sorry, y'all. Them shorts take a couple hours to sit on my phone and produce. Been busy, but we'll
We
get back
back.
to the shorts. Still mad clips. I think we done published like over 70 clips on the podcast channel. We hit over 30,000 views. We over 800 subscribers, which is amazing. So shout out to all of the fans, Dream
Let's
Team, Chief Dreamers. We love
go.
y'all out there. We're on a
Let's
race. We're on
go.
a race to 1,000, so that way we can get monetized. I'm also on a race to when I click on this channel, I don't see no videos that say no views. And I will say this: I'm scrolling through all our old videos. Most of them don't say no views, except
Let's
for
go.
the ones that dropped on Monday. So shout out to y'all. Keep
Let's
going.
go.
Watching them clips, checking them out. We love y'all. We appreciate them. Share
Love
them.
you.
Much
For real.
love.
For
So
real, man.
speaking of that, random travel stories. I believe you got a travel story. Give me a random travel story.
Random travel story. I'm in the Navy and we are in Bahrain, I believe. So the way that it works when you're in the Navy is, the first when you're leaving from Virginia, you go through the Atlantic. Your first stop is in the Med, so it's always some fire. So it's normally France or Spain or something like that. Then after that, you feel me, once you get to the Red Sea, you're gonna ping pong between Bahrain and Dubai. So been to Dubai a couple times, we in Bahrain. Now here's the thing, okay? That going out in the Middle East and doing whatever the hell you want to, not a thing. Okay? They don't play that. So here I am. I'm with my people because you
They
got
go,
to
what the hell
travel
are you in the celly?
for real in a
They go, what
celly.
the hell are you in the celly?
And you're gonna be like, yo, we left already because we leaving you. Okay. So random story. I'm not gonna name no names because my guy. And if you build on the show with us, you know what I'm talking about. But he's a preacher now. You feel me? But my boy had a little too much to drink and projectile vomited all over the taxi and had to pay a little bit extra because they had to clean it. But when I tell you, like, he did not look well the whole ride. So I'm like, man, can we just get to the hotel? And when I tell you, we almost got to the hotel. and the man just everywhere. And mind you, I'm gonna be real. I'm slapped. So you know what I did? Nothing. And guess what? I was sitting in the front seat, bro. Thank God. Okay. So you know what? Shout out my boy. What they say? Shout out my Gucci.
It was one of them cabs with the plexiglass.
Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely. And
Okay.
listen, I'm in the front with the
You better be
cab
glad you
driver.
ain't one in the Uber.
Now,
Y'all was
now,
been,
now,
y'all would have been fist.
listen. Now I got one more story. Now this is a crazy one. Okay, don't lie. This is crazy. We're still in Bahrain. Now, if you've ever been to the Navy, you know about York International. Okay, this is where all the prostitutes are at. Okay,
Oh
they're
Lord,
lined
see, you
up.
got to get off this podcast with me,
No,
bro. I tell
listen,
you, we
listen,
gotta.
listen. No, it's okay. I ain't do it. Okay. And here's the funny thing. Now, all of them are lined up at the bar. I'm talking about Kim Kardashian types of all sizes. I'm cool. You feel me? I'm not on that. Okay. I'm here at a good time. I'm here for a good time, not a long time. Now, the funny thing is all of the higher ranking chiefs, they just picking them off. You feel me? I'm talking about like, man, they playing pool with them arm in arm. I remember all of them too. So like, I know they burning. So check this out. This is how crazy the night go. We're supposed to stay together. Okay, when you deploy, you supposed to stay with your Liberty group. Okay, check this out. Out of nowhere, I look up one of the people in my group that dipped off with a you dig. It's all good, but they're not doing it there. Okay. He went to another location. So you know what happened? Had to get in the taxi. Yes, had to get in the taxi, bro. Follow them. We end up at this complex. Okay. And man is doing his thing inside of the apartment. Thomas, do you want to know where I was, bro? Why? Wow.
Under the bed.
No. While he's doing his thing, bro,
I'm
I'm
crying that
at
you responded to
I'm
that.
because it's plausible. I am in the kitchen playing cards with the mama of the girl. It's crazy.
Mama or madam?
I don't I ain't giving no thought. I'm gonna say
I'm just
mama.
saying.
Could have been madam, but you know what though? We got out of there. I'm still here to see today. You hear me?
That's hilarious.
Hey.
That's
All
hilarious.
skin folk ain't kin folk. He put my life at risk. For real. I ain't like that.
Nah, I'm not. I'm not mad at that. I got a lot of wild travel stories actually. A lot of very wild travel stories. Um, which is the least one that I don't want to talk about right now. I'm not gonna talk about that one. I'll tell you about the time I met a very nice stripper. She was very, very nice.
Shout out,
And
shout out, shout out to strippers.
she was very, very
Yeah,
nice.
yeah, I love
And
the strippers.
and we became Instagram friends. And I watched her get her college degree. Shout out to her. She got a
Shout
master's.
out.
She told me
Let's
she was
go.
working to get a master's. I was like, okay. She was like, yeah, I read like 10 books a week. I'm like, what? She like, yeah, I don't. She's like, I just drive here for the weekend, make some money, and I go back home and go to school. I'm like, that's crazy.
That's what's up, though. That's
That's
what's up.
crazy. Shout
But you
out
know
to
what
her.
though?
She's bad as hell.
Shout out the ones who stripping for the love of the game though. You feel me? Okay. Maybe you just putting up 50 points a night because you want to. Okay, we still love you. Okay,
Shout out.
everybody deserve love.
Yep. Shout out Courtney. Moving on. What's your favorite Eminem verse?
Let's see. Favorite Eminem verse has to be his verse on Renegade. Since I'm in the position to talk to these kids and they listen, I ain't a politician, but I kick it with them a minute. Cause see, they call me a menace, and if the shoe fits, I wear it. But if it don't, then y'all swallow the true grin and bear it. Now, who's the king of these rude, ludicrous, lucrative lyrics? Who could inherit the title? Come on, man, that man went crazy. That listen, you know that's one of your top verses when that was the topic of Jay Z and Nas beef. He said Eminem killed you on your own song. Eminem
Yeah.
did not come to play. I ain't even gonna lie. Like that verse, and let me see. Oh, what's the other joint? Um, even Back Down with 50 Cent. Hey, yeah, Eminem was going crazy. Shout out Eminem. What's your favorite Eminem verse?
I got a lot of them. If I'm being honest, I would say probably his first. Really love his verse on "Cleaning Out My Closet." Love his verse on "Till I Collapse." Um, Actually, you know what? My favorite song, my favorite Eminem verse. Well, one of them is on the diss song that they had where they was dissing Ja Rule. It's called "I Just Want to Love You." It was him, 50 Cent, and Busta Rhymes. They was all dissing Ja Rule at the same time. That beat was insane, bro. Eminem went crazy on that. Eminem got a lot of my favorite verses, but if I'm being honest, like Eminem raps so technically, it's hard for me to like pull random Eminem verses out of my head
Right.
because usually I gotta hear one or two bars and then all of it comes back because usually it's like a lot of wordplay and all of it. But the Eminem Show by far is my favorite Eminem album. Um, like by far, by far.
Marshall Mathers LP.
Now I got the
Gold.
Eminem. I got the Eminem Show for me. That's the numero uno in his discography. That album was the album that actually made me a real Eminem fan. But no, I would probably say Till I Collapse. Yeah.
Listen, I give it up for I ain't gonna lie,
To
man.
the day that I drop, you never say that I'm not killing them.
That
Subliminal
man,
thoughts, better man,
he got some moments on like in his career and on wax that it's bananas, bro. I ain't even gonna lie. Yeah, you right. But also I like the fact that we can still talk shit about him though too, because that's what hip hop is about. Like a person just going crazy and then also being able to just take a joke. Cause he came out the gates hot. Hey, he was fired at everybody when he came out. I ain't go. Hey, I miss that.
You
I
know
miss
what?
like
You know what? I would say probably patiently waited with him and 50 Cent.
yes, bro. Hey, that's easily number two for me. Hey,
Oh, you know what?
nah, patiently waiting.
And also I really love Eminem's. I think it's his third verse on Soldier. Cause that song it's on the Eminem show,
I know
but
so.
but it's like dissing his wife. I really love that verse. Listen to the
Hey,
sound of the
listen,
canvas. He licks
I'm
on the
I,
top.
I'm
Motherfuckers know that I'll never be Marshall again till I retire my jersey and die at 30. Some shit like that. That
in the
fire
early
verse.
listen in the early 2000s, bro. Nobody caught more strays than his mama and Kim, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
The way I am, I probably, you know what? That first verse. You know what? The
Ooh,
second verse.
I sit
Sometimes I just
back,
feel like
sit
my
back.
father. I hate to be bothered. Like,
Ooh, hey, listen, we only knew Kim and his mama because of the strays that they got.
I've never heard anyone rap that viciously about their mom or their baby moms. I've heard about the
Listen,
baby mom, but the moms,
but
like,
the
goddamn.
mom, listen, his mama got nothing but stone cold 12 gauge shots, okay? Hey, listen, and I ain't even gonna lie, after meeting, and then like all the lawsuits she tried to do, and like she didn't make it no better. Every time we heard about it, she was doing some. I'm still mad at her for spending all the lottery money, like at 8 Mile. I'm so mad. Like you dealing with this bum ass dude that's 1 year older than your son. Nah, bro. She got to catch these shots. I ain't even gonna lie.
R.I.P. Debbie Mathers, man. R.I.P. Eminem.
I ain't no R.I.P. No, bro.
R.I.P. Man.
She thought we was gonna forgive her for buying milk and eggs. Man, get
He
your
f-
ass
he
out of
for,
here.
he forgave her. I can forgive him.
I don't care. I don't care. She gonna come in with some bread, milk, and eggs. Hey, stop playing. Stop it. Stop. In a paper bag. You think you gonna pick the hardest way to carry groceries? And you thought I was gonna forgive you? Get your ass out of here. No, absolutely not. No. I
Man
never
said
understand that. Why would people,
the
bro?
hardest way to carry.
Why
I've
would
never
people?
in my life heard
Bro?
anybody say the hardest way to carry groceries. You are
Bro,
insane.
why would people want to get back in your life? They want to carry groceries in a paper bag. That shit don't show resilience. I don't like that.
Oh my God, that is goddamn hilarious. So
Come on, bro.
I've spent a lot of time talking about this season,
Yep.
even today. So I'm actually very curious to hear, from a regular fan perspective, what your
Okay.
thoughts are about the NBA playoffs. How you feeling about it? Are you excited? What matchup you looking to see? We got Lakers, Timberwolves, Nuggets, Clippers. We got in the play-in game, we got Warriors.
All right.
Trying to make the playoffs. We got the Kings trying to make the playoffs. The Mavericks trying to make the playoffs. The Bulls are in the play-in. They play
Yep.
Miami. The Bucks play the Pacers. Pistons play the Knicks. We got a lot of great matchups that's coming in this
Yeah.
NBA playoffs. I'm very curious to hear about what you think about what's going to happen in the playoffs.
I think when it comes to the playoffs, this is the most parity. Anything can happen. So shout out to the NBA. Somehow y'all sacrificed Luca going to the Lakers and everything started to like really shake out in y'all favor. So shout out big NBA for rigging it so that we can like get back interested. Off top, the matchups go crazy. I still got the Lakers over Minnesota because I trust Luca, LeBron, and Austin Reeves more than I trust what's that dude on Minnesota?
Anthony
What's the
Edwards.
forward? No, the
Julius
forward.
Randle. Julius
Julius
Randle.
Randle. Nobody trusts him. The Warriors dropped to the play-in. Y'all, hey, historically they're 0-3 in the play-in, so I really hope that they
That's a
stay in.
great
So
stat. I didn't even know that.
yeah, yes, bro. Historically, they are the worst team ever in the play-in, which is crazy. So them going to the play-in is wild. I really hope the Warriors stay in because that I think like it'll be some dope matchups. I think by far the most interesting out west for the first round got to be Denver and the Clippers, bro. Because the
You know what's
Clippers,
funny? Everybody, even on ESPN, everybody's been saying that. I'm actually genuinely surprised that everybody is this intrigued in this matchup. I'm
but I'm
like,
gonna tell
just me personally. Go ahead, I'm listening.
I'm gonna tell you why because I think that like they're I think the after LeBron and Stephen A kind of brought everything to like a fever pitch. People have been focusing on ball, and I think the Clippers are they've gotten hot at the right time. Denver still has the playoff experience and the championship pedigree, even though they don't got KCP. But I'm gonna be I'm not like a Clippers fan, but I actually got the Clippers upsetting Denver. So I got the Clippers upsetting Denver. I think that like again, Kawhi's, looking the best he's looked all year. James Harden has been looking good. What's the other stud? Who should get
Zubac,
most improved? No,
Zubac.
the
Oh,
Norman Powell.
Zubac should
Norman
get over
Powell.
Norman Powell though. Zubac average, he had the most total rebounds in the league this year, 1,000 and 10 rebounds. He
Yeah, no,
had
no,
I think
I'm not
20
tripping.
something
I'm,
double
I'm
double.
just,
No, I know what
I'm
you're
just
saying.
saying
Yeah,
one of them. Yeah. So
yeah.
like Norman Powell, Zubac, they've been balling. So I got the Clippers
I don't think that's an
over.
upset though, if I'm being honest.
Well, I'm saying in
No,
terms
no,
of
no.
like, yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
arguing with you.
I don't think it is either.
I'm
I
arguing
don't.
with the world. I don't think that's an
Yeah,
upset.
I
I
don't think it
think
is
that
either.
when healthy, Kawhi Leonard every year is a top 5 player. The problem is when is he healthy? And I've covered him
Exactly.
intently. I've been around him for years, up close and personal, in the locker rooms, practices, all of that. When he looks healthy and when he is healthy, he's unstoppable. When he's not healthy, it's a problem. Now, the good news for them is that he did get hurt earlier in the season, so he recovered. He
Yep.
actually in that game on the last game of the season where they beat the Warriors to get that playoff spot. He kneed Jimmy Butler in the knee going up for like a layup or something like that, and Jimmy Butler got hurt. But they made like knee-to-knee contact. I genuinely thought
Yeah.
Kawhi was going to be out for the season after that. Kawhi just ran down the court like Terminator after the game, said he felt good. So I think everybody should be scared. And I think the team that should be scared the most is the Oklahoma City Thunder, because I don't know if Kawhi is able to get rolling versus the Nuggets and carry that momentum over, it's gonna be a very, very scary, scary, scary NBA final. I mean conference in the West. In the West, very scary in the West.
Bro, listen. Let me explain
Elitely
this to you.
scary.
I'm gonna be real. I don't have the Thunder getting out. I think everybody with as many pitchforks and everybody hungry, bro. Listen, bro. We just had fucking the third to 11th seed be decided the last day of the year. Hey, it is a bloodbath. You hear me? I'm not even gonna lie. I don't have the Thunder getting out. I don't have the Thunder getting out the West.
Yeah, I said they weren't going to make it out the first round. I believe that if they play the Warriors, they're not making it out the first round. I stand by that still. I've been saying it. I've
Let
been
me
saying
see.
it all year that their first round exit is going to happen. But that depends on if the Warriors make the playoffs. As you said, they're historically bad in the play-in. Steve Kerr gave Buddy Hield the fucking ball to shoot at the end of the game, which I have no idea what
Hey,
on
bro.
God's green earth he was
Hey,
fucking
bro.
thinking.
What? Hey. I'm not gonna lie to you. What the helly, bro? Like what?
Dead ass.
Hey, I don't. You let me tell you what gets me mad is every time they do like a behind the scenes or like the mic'd up moments. Steve Kerr knows that Steph Curry is the greatest shooter alive. That's what get me mad. It ain't like, oh, we don't hear him say it. We
No, he
heard him say
knows.
it. No, he knows, and then he goes
I've
and
talked to him
does.
about it. He definitely knows. He's
No, hey,
just
hey, listen.
an
Hey,
asshole.
I haven't talked to him about it because it don't matter. He ain't listening to you, bro. Why are you there if they not listening to you? They don't respect you. I don't like it. Don't go back, bro.
Yeah, I mentioned on one of my other shows, which was a controversial take, and I want to get your opinion on it. Actually, I said if the Warriors don't make the playoffs, Steve Kerr will be fired, and I think he should be fired. And I think that it's time for some new, fresh blood in that organization.
Time out. Time out. So let's just separate. Let's start separating what you said. Should they move on from him? I would say yes. Will they? I don't think so because Bob Myers is gone. I think Bob Myers realized that like one of them had to go. With Bob gone, I just don't see. I don't see them leaving like moving on from Steve Kerr. I think he honestly is set up like Spoelstra because of the success. Even though Spoelstra ain't got all those things, I don't see it. Do I think he should leave? Yes.
I just think it's
Like
time for a change of scenery. If I'm being honest, I think that the offense and the progression of the team, like although they went, I think 28-4 with Jim, or 24-8 or something like that with Jimmy Butler, which was very, very well. You know, they played very well.
yep.
I've always questioned Steve Kerr's late game execution, and that's why you see them losing the play-in because he's not a great late game coach when it comes to execution. He put the ball in Steph Curry's hands and let Steph Curry make magic, and that's why he is looked at as genuinely as great as he is. Same,
I got a
similar
question
to.
for you.
Go ahead.
Got a question because I think you raising a great point because when you said that I thought about between him like who are like the top like coaches. We got him. We got Eric Spoelstra. Give me one more like the top considered
Tom
basketball minds.
Tom Thibodeau is up there too. He
I would
is.
not put no time out, bro.
Greg
In
Popovich,
the
but he obviously had a
okay,
stroke
so
this
so
year.
let's just say Greg.
No,
I'm not putting
but Tom Thibodeau is one of the greatest NBA coaches of all time.
I'm not
He
listen.
gonna
I'm
go
not.
down probably top
Hold
10
on.
winning coach of all time.
Listen, I'm not saying wins, but we talking about Eric Spoelstra, Steve Kerr. I will put Pop like, but anyway, let's just say for the sake of that, right? Greg Popovich, Eric Spoelstra, Steve Kerr. I agree with you because I want to see your response to this statement.
Okay.
Out of those three, all of them have high highs. I think Steve Kerr has the lowest lows when it comes to coaching out of those three. Of just like moments where you like, what the hell? How do you feel about that statement?
I'm not upset at that. But I also think in large part, I put it this way: I can't blame him for 3-1 because nobody told Draymond to go and play slap ball with LeBron's nuts. And Harrison Barnes shot 30%, 30. I think he shot 34% from the field that series, and like 29% from three. There's nothing you can do when your starting, small forward is averaging like 11 points and making one out of every three shots. Then you replace him with a guy like Kevin Durant, and you see what happens. So I can't really blame him for the 3-1 comeback. But I will say I can't completely disagree with you because he does fall short in a lot of key pivotal moments where I think he gets out executed. Like Steve Kerr is notorious for breaking fucking clipboards. Yeah, you getting out executed, bro.
Here,
But go
here,
ahead.
here's my response to that. I agree. I agree. Like I don't. I'm not gonna blame him solely, but I will say this, bro. Greg Popovich. I'm not gonna say overachieved You know what I mean? Because I think like the Spurs were early on evaluating international talent in the talent pool. I just think that like why everybody else didn't take it serious. The Spurs said, "Hey, we finna run it up on like $2 million international motherfuckers." So like I'll do that. But I will say this: playoff Jimmy became a thing under Eric Spoelstra. 5 rings under Greg Popovich. Considering the man had prime Curry, Durant, Draymond, and Clay, and you let now granted, as coach, you aren't responsible for like the shot selection all the time. But let's be clear. I do blame Kerr for the culture that was the reason why Kevin Durant left. I do. I blame him for that. It is still ultimately Draymond who ruined it, bro. But
No, he
let's be
did.
clear.
He
But
did.
I'm
He
just
had
saying when it comes,
no reason to
yeah.
do what he did.
But the low lows, that's one of them, bro. Like you underachieved when y'all were unstoppable. Y'all could have easily, at the minimum, rang off another ring. Y'all could have rang off a three-peat. That's facts. Nobody was rocking with y'all. Like, bro, I'm talking about like dog. We literally looked at them and said, "Can't nobody touch them." Like nobody, bro. I mean, you had Kevin Durant, Curry, and Clay
This is when I was a little kid. But let's
Yep.
move on. Drake was on Aiden Ross' stream last night. Aiden Ross asked Drake, who would you want to fight? And then Drake laughed and said, oh, I know who you think you want to fight. And he's like, well, would you do it? It's like, yeah, I'd do it. So, needless to say, all of the Crips and the gang members in Los Angeles, including some of my friends, are on the internet saying, Drake, let's set it up. Bet. One of my homies said Drake put 200 racks up. They got Dot in the fight.
Oh my
Now, I
lord.
don't know if you've ever seen Kendrick Lamar's boxing footage or if you've ever seen Drake's boxing footage. Kendrick Lamar, he got some hands, I ain't gonna lie. Drake was kind of a little wild. His head was moving like outside the body. Kendrick was, I'm like, okay, feet work. I'm like, all right. So, Kendrick, I think 5'5", Drake 6'1", something like that. Theoretical fist fights. Theoretical squabble. They squabble up. Drake versus Kendrick. Who you got in that? Squabble up. Squabble up. Squabble up. Squabble up. Who you got?
I got Kendrick.
I don't believe you. I
I
don't
do.
believe you. Why?
I
want you to explain to me why.
Honestly, I think Kendrick hates Drake more than Drake hates Kendrick. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think the disdain that man has for Drake, dog, and you feel me like it's one thing. And Drake might be traded in his mansion, but the man Kendrick was at a public park doing crip ups and
Hey, he is not a Crip.
I'm joking, man. Listen,
don't have them B's and C's on my ass.
Hey, listen, them your friends, okay? Whatever.
B's and C's on my
Hey,
TPG.
hey,
We saw that clip. Why you call my? Why you put my man's on the wrong set? Hey, G, I ain't got nothing to do with that.
Look, but I'm just saying, like the man doing pull-ups and push-ups in public, and he going back to the. You
He
feel
said
me?
he runs 6 miles a day.
But
I know
I'm
Drake
just
ain't doing that. Drake probably
listen.
drinking 6 Aperol spritz a day.
Listen. Hey, Drake was looking a little
Yeah,
bags under his eyes. He was.
By the way, shout out to Mr. Graham, man. OG Mr. Graham, man. I fuck with Mr. Graham, man. He always been nice to me, man. Shout out to Mr. Graham. I'm talking about Drake Dad. Drake Daddy be out here in the streets.
With the little joint over his mouth.
Drake
that
Daddy
looked like a little.
It was one point in time in the 2010s where every night I went out, and I was going out like 5 times a week because I ain't had no kids. I was making like 85 racks. My rent was like $1,100 a month. So I was going out like 5 days a week. And every time I would go out, Drake's daddy would be right in that motherfucker right next to us. He used to have a little Asian girlfriend that would always be with him. And everywhere you went, you would see Drake's daddy there. Drake daddy used to be outside. But, all right, let's move it on. Did you see that clip of J.D. Vance breaking the NCAA trophy, the championship trophy?
No.
Go on Twitter or your phone, TikTok, whatever. Put in J.D. Vance trophy and watch that shit live so we can react to it.
Let me see.
These motherfuckers weak as hell.
Hold on. Let me see. JD Vance. All right, let me see. JD Vance appears to photo. All right, let's see. All right, here we go. What the fuck is wrong? What the fuck is
How you even break that shit, man?
He's holding it without the bait. Oh my god, bro. Oh my bro, no. Bro, he tried to catch it with his thigh, bro.
Oh my god, bro. I saw that earlier. I said, we are living in a dark comedy, bro.
Bro, I have tears in my eyes, bro.
We are living in a comedy, bro. I could not, even the players on stage is trying their hardest not to laugh at it. Like, bro, what the fuck? Why you break our trophy?
Bro, oh my god.
Oh my god, that was hilarious. I'm sorry.
Bro, why do you got my stomach hurt?
I had to. I'm sorry. We needed that laugh.
Bro, that man, bro, no, listen. Hey, when he try, bro, you know you dropping some shit when you try to catch it with your leg, bro. Oh, you got me crying, bro. That was a good one.
That's hilarious.
Hey, on the Chief Dreamer podcast, every show he got to get me to watch some live I ain't seen, bro. Cause, bro,
I got you. That's
you
all
have.
I do is aggregate random
Oh
ass
my
videos on my
god,
phone.
bro.
He dropped
We
the,
some fucking wimps, bro. What is wrong with our
he dropped
country,
the
dog?
fuck out of this shit.
That's so funny, bro.
Oh
That's
my
so
god, that's
funny.
hilarious.
Hey, thank you for that. That's the best laugh today.
You're welcome.
Bro, when he stuck his leg out trying to catch the trophy that his hands could hold. What the bro?
I just don't think he thought that was gonna be that heavy.
Bro, I know his thigh bruised, okay? I know he got him, bro. He got it. Yo, what is yo, we are this cannot be real life.
It is, unfortunately.
He
All
did not even have to pick. No, bro. You do not go to the next topic.
right.
He did not have to pick it up, bro. What was he doing? You're the vice president, bro. Dick Cheney would never, bro. What are we talking about?
Dick Cheney thought Dick Cheney know he ain't strong enough to pick up that big ass trophy.
Bruh.
He thought that shit was made out of aluminum. No, that is made out of real materials,
Bro,
real wood.
what is wrong with that man, dog? He's
Bro, they was trying. The funniest part is rewatching it and looking at everybody behind and being
everybody, bro. Oh my god, bro.
like, they are like, oh shit.
You got my stomach hurt.
It's
Like
one little
that,
black dude that's like right directly behind him. Like
that was way too funny. Bro.
they was all like, what the hell?
Halle Berry.
We're gonna name this episode "What the Helly and the Celly."
What the what the hell in the celly is? That's ridiculous.
All right, so we've been arguing, and we argued about this. I think our first episode. So I actually want to talk about this again because now we hear finale. Daredevil finale will have dropped by the time this episode comes out. You told me you didn't like this season. You said it wasn't that violent. Now I want to know, now that we here and we're about to have a finale this week, give me your finale predictions. And do you stand by your statement that you do not like this season of Daredevil?
This season of Daredevil, they've been cooking, bro. They've been cooking, bro.
Shut your ass
no,
up.
listen,
Shut your ass
bro.
up. I told you.
No,
I said you gotta wait. They been getting to it.
No, listen. Hey, it's about to be the 9th and season finale episode. Episode 8, they cooked, boy. Do you hear me?
Yeah.
They listen. Everything about episode 8, bro. I'm
perfect.
I have not. Let me tell you, I'm not gonna lie. Let me tell you, I have not felt that way for a Marvel project. Shit, you gotta go watch X-Men 97, bro.
Oh, I did. Oh yeah, we gotta talk about that. I actually watched X-Men 97. But we'll talk. I mean, but let's talk about that after this, though. After that,
right? But I'm just saying, like, episode 8 of Daredevil Born Again, bro, top tier, bro. Like cooking. You hear me? I ain't even gonna lie to you. I said, hey, yo, why are they cooking like this? I mean, I'm doing everything from
by the end of the episode, I was standing up.
Bro, Muse being slayed on his canvas. You feel me? I'm talking about
I didn't even, you know what? I ain't even put that together. Fire.
Bro, when he started bleeding, he was the one that bled on the canvas, bro.
I ain't even think about that.
At the end, bro, when the man slid to Kingpin, wife said, "You did it." Oh, hey, listen.
Yeah, but then you go and take a bullet for him. Why?
No, but
why the fuck would you take a bullet for your arch enemy, you idiot?
The last 8 minutes of episode 8, bro. Pure. Listen, Chef Curry with the pot. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm talking about glued to it. They were cooking. So you know what? Chief Dreamer podcast. Chief Dreamer apologizing. They're cooking. TPJ was right. I was wrong. See, hey, look, I'm
He gonna
at
be
this
back at
rate.
that goddamn church after that episode.
Hey, oh no. He's that. That's when you know the season cooking. When
He
he
gonna be at a
when he
goddamn hospital.
with the nuns. The nuns stay patching him with the
Shit, I don't know. They know how to get fucking sniper bullets out of your shoulder.
dog.
Shout out
Hey,
to the
listen,
nuns. Wow, they gonna have to
listen.
get him some shit.
Hey, I got nothing to say. You was right, bro. They cooking.
Nah,
I
it's been
can't
an
wait.
incredible season. I've really been enjoying it. I like the dynamic. I like the build up. I think his girlfriend is a little stupid. Like
Yeah, no, I don't like that.
he said my name. Like you was an idiot, G. Your boyfriend keep leaving out and coming back with bruises, but somehow a superhero keeps saving you. You goddamn dummy. And also, shout out to the little girl. Like the one that's
Yep.
the one that kind of led him to the whole thing with Muse. What is wrong with these kids in these comic books where they think they can go and capture the bad guy with no superhero?
No. Listen, can I be real with you? We don't have a donkey of the day on this show. Whatever TPJ decide what that's gonna be,
Nightmare. Yeah, we ain't have a nightmare this episode. Well, technically we did, but I'm
she.
gonna let you slide with this one.
Thank you. She's the nightmare because little girl, take your ass home. The speech before finding them, you will get your ass killed. Okay, had your ass strung up like a chicken leg. Okay, give me that blood. What are you talking about? Had your ass looking like a pork rind. What? No, listen. But you know me. You want me to tell you what I love about the show? Consequences, bro. Consequences. Because you don't get to go there as a 12-year-old and think you about to catch a motherfucker that's using human blood to paint portraits. Okay? I don't understand. What about this motherfucker? Bro, he ain't loafing. What are we doing? Bro, come on now.
Oh my god.
Bro, what are we doing?
All right, moving on. X-Men 97. I've watched it after you told me to watch it. That is the definition of cinema. Incredible
Yep.
from front to back. I love the whole, Professor X not basically showing up
Yep.
into the end, the way they interwove the storyline. I thought that the clone thing was crazy. I think them tying it into the MCU and having MCU characters in it was kind of like, it was just like, what?
Yep.
And it actually kind of made me excited to see what's going to happen going forward with with the next Avengers movie, because supposedly everybody coming together. Fantastic Four. I actually
X-Men.
think X-Men 97 is gonna be the ones that's gonna be in Avengers.
Yeah, because they got Gambit, they got all of the OG X-Men. Now here's my thing, bro. That episode when Gambit died, bro. You feel me? Listen to me. He was like, "Mon ami." Listen, you hear me?
Now, fire. Do you watch Invincible? No, right?
I haven't caught up on this season.
Okay, never mind. I'm not gonna spoil it.
Thank
But
you.
very,
Thank you.
very similar death to one that happened in Invincible.
Whoa, you spoiling it already. What is wrong, bro?
Well,
Don't do that.
it's a lot of deaths that happen in Invincible. I mean,
Yeah, but no,
everybody dies.
but
in
you
Invincible,
said,
except
but
for
you
Invincible.
said, but you said similar to Gambit. Like, next time on Dragon Ball Z.
I
Side note,
mean,
hey,
spoiler
hey,
alert. Sorry.
why did they have Goku powering up for 4 episodes on Namek, bro? I ain't gonna lie. I ain't
I'm
gonna
gonna
lie.
be. Can I be honest with the world?
No,
I watched Dragon Ball
no,
Z, but I never
don't do
paid
it.
attention to the storyline. I don't know what actually happens in the show, other than like a nigga level up and his hair turn gold. I have no idea what happens in the show. I know Piccolo is like a nigga, and I know the names of the characters, but like
Yeah,
I don't really know what happens in the show. So when niggas be talking about storylines of Dragon Ball Z, I'd be like,
I ain't gonna lie. I hate you, and every episode you say some shit that lets me know I can't fully trust you. I swear to God, like, bro, you just hey, bro, it's always like 5% of shit I don't know about you, and you choose to do it on camera. I swear to God, like
it makes
that's
the best
crazy.
content. Make the best
That-
content. Somebody got think gonna be mad as hell. Watch. I bet you somebody comment. How the fuck TP don't know the Dragon Ball Z story? I don't know the Dragon Ball
Bro,
Z
they about to
storyline.
flame. They about to flame your ass, man.
You know what? I should go back and watch all of Dragon Ball Z. I need to find me a girlfriend that want to watch anime. Let's watch One Piece and Dragon Ball Z and make some food and chill out. I'm ready to get out the streets, baby.
All right. Uh,
Moving on.
all right.
What's been on your playlist? You was playing songs before the show. You said numerous times on this show, music sets the mood. So Dion, what's been in your playlist?
Definitely got that. The Friday joint with Meek Mill. Um, the Proud of Me. I think Meek Mill right now got contender for verse of the year, guest verse of the year, from not just him sounding hungry and focused like he used to be, but also just like the time and the impact when that verse dropped, dog. And listen, shutting down the computer, I mean the internet for 2 days is a feat these days because there's so much news coming out. But I think like honestly, like he has one of the most memorable verses of the year so far. So easily that. Raw Wave, new track. I can't think of the name. That like I always love Raw Wave because like you know what I mean. Like it get me in my you know what I'm saying fat depressed bag. So I love that. Um, I always randomly go back to like random Kurt Franklin songs because Kurt Franklin literally like went Michael Jackson in gospel music, and very few people can like even the man is the GOAT of the genre. So you know anything Kurt 80s and 90s untouchable. Period. When you bro, I don't care how
I
thuggish
prefer
a
Kirk Franklin's the New Wave album or the new whatever
new
the
wave.
one where it's
Oh,
gold, whatever where he was in,
yeah,
Quarter or whatever. You
yeah,
know, the one with R. Kelly and them.
yeah,
There's
nah.
a man
No,
standing
no,
on
no. Listen, that
that
song
one.
was fire.
And Kirk Franklin's Christmas album, I listen to all year round.
Listen,
Jesus is the
I,
reason for the season.
I hear you, but
Woo.
melodies
Oh
from
yeah,
heaven.
oh yeah,
Hey, listen,
definitely.
when you hear that, right down,
No,
hey,
I agree with
listen,
that.
that man, I ain't gonna lie, him in the '90s, a problem. The man went crazy in gospel music. Now he looked like Squidward when his face turned pretty. So
That's funny as hell. That's funny as hell. That's actually hilarious. That's hilarious.
gotta put the fillers down, my boy.
Another show I don't know nothing about. SpongeBob. Probably watched 2 episodes of SpongeBob my whole life.
Now I know why you so angry all the time.
Like,
I
why
know.
would I enjoy watching a sponge run around the bottom of the ocean?
Yeah,
I've
because
watched the SpongeBob. I've watched the SpongeBob movie though. The one with
wait, wait,
Hasselhoff. It was
wait,
actually
wait, wait,
funny.
wait. Repeat the question you said.
What?
You said, why would I what?
Want to watch a sponge run around the bottom of the ocean?
Said the person that jumped off the second floor into the grass for fun. Hey, dog. Hey, man, do your thing, my boy. Live it up. I have nothing to say to you. You, sir, are an asshole. I have nothing to say to you. Why would I watch a sponge licking ass? Okay, yeah, but you jumped out of windows, you fucking stunt man. What is wrong with you? He
Alright,
man, bro, what is wrong with you, man?
alright, man. Alright, man.
That's crazy.
For me, I've been playing um Carter's new album. I ain't gonna lie, it had me in a headlock. Still been playing Luther by Kendrick nonstop. Still been listening to The Weeknd's new album. It sounds incredible. There's an
Bro,
artist named Asha Immuno from the West Coast. He makes some vibey music. I did a shoot with them and heard some of his music, and I've been listening to it ever since. He's really really good. And I also been listening to a lot of Don Toliver this week. Just random Don Toliver songs
me
and playing a lot
too.
of old Weekend. I like his old.
Me,
I've listened to a lot of old
bro.
Weekend albums.
Bro, listen, you really like lifted up. It was a couple random Don Toliver tracks that got some play for me. The Weekend new joint got a couple songs on there that when I tell you got me in a chokehold, a chokehold. I ain't, bro. When I play it, like, man, I can't wait to get there, bro. I be 30 times back to back. But the old Weekend, bro, I ain't gonna lie, dog. When Weekend went up, bro, I ain't gonna lie. Like they got to give Mitch credit. I'll give you that. You right, man. You cooked this week because that new weekend, but also
Third
when you
greatest
go,
male pop star of all time.
dog, that man is a dog. That discography is bananas. I ain't even gonna lie. Underground to like mainstream, crazy run. House of Balloons, like yeah, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, crazy run.
You got it. You got it.
Yep. All right. So, you know what time it is. What's the lesson of the week? Talk to us.
Lesson of the week. Discomfort is often the receipt for growth. Growth, is going to come. I think, a lot of people fail to really realize that, man, as you're living, you're growing and you get uncomfortable. That's just proof that you're growing. There's very few times you're going to grow without a little discomfort. So lean into it. You know what I mean? Growth ain't supposed to feel like something you did before. If you go from 5 feet to 6'3", it ain't gonna be the same. Okay, you dunking. Okay, what do you expect? You hitting them with the yeah. Okay, you catching the lob. Okay, you about to windmill. So remember that. Remember that that discomfort comes right after or during the growth. So you gotta be okay with that. Okay, come on, man. What about you? What's your lesson of the week, man?
My lesson of the week is if you aren't willing to bleed for it, leave it the fuck alone. You got to be willing to lose, take chances, take a lot of risk, bet it all, lose it all in order to get to where you want to go. Like it's a long road, but quitting after you bust your ass or after you jump off that second story and and your knees hurt a little bit, just get your ass back up there and jump off again. You know what I mean? It takes a I've always said this about myself. It takes a certain level of insanity for me to have done the things that I've done and made as much as I've made. Not talking about money, just talking about content. Like I've dead ass made over like 12,000 pieces of content since 2008. So I'm like my output, whether it's graphics, shows, podcasts, video, like even today, did a podcast before this. We had 20 clips from that podcast. We're gonna have 15, 20 clips from this one on top of this show. All got
Yep.
to be published, all of that. So just keep going. I definitely had some moments and been having them a lot where I'm like, man, this is it. But you just got to keep going. Like fuck it. The world always feel like it's ending. But until I see one of them big ass rocks come out the sky and smack the ground, and then I go poof, I'm gonna just keep going. And that's the lesson of the week. Keep going. Fuck it. And it's okay to be uncomfortable, especially when you're in a scenario where you have to prove yourself. Because a lot of people, me in particular, I learn this every time I go and I prove people and I do the thing that they said I couldn't do. You know what I mean? Like I'm like, oh, like people they'll never believe until you actually do it. And then once you do it, it's like, oh, now that's when the vultures come, especially in this city. And
Yep.
it's hard to get people to want to fight and go to war for you if they don't believe that you willing to fight and go to war. So it's funny. I was so sore after I did my comedy show this week and we sold out and it was a spectacular time. But literally, I chopped the lemons, I chopped the limes, I chopped the oranges. I bought all the ice, bought all the drinks. I carried all the stuff in. I loaded it up. I moved the tables, moved the couches. Was in there audio mixing,
Absolutely.
helping the DJ do everything that needed to be done in order to execute that. And then I kind of, like I have a bone joint disease where it just like makes me really sore after I do
Yeah.
physical activity. So like I was really, really sore this weekend, kind of limping around. Cause also you walk around in like nice shoes, and, moving and organizing stuff because you want to look nice at the event. It takes a toll on your legs too. So I'm limping around. This girl like, man, why you limping? I'm like, cause I did my comedy show, our first event of the year. We sold out. I'm excited. And she's like, what do you do there? You a comedian? I'm like, nah, I'm the CEO. She's like, yeah, but why are you limping? I'm like, cause I'm not just a person that's gonna be barking out orders. I'll sweep the floor if I have to.
Absolutely.
I've been the PA and I've been the director and I've been the executive producer. If you're not willing to do all of that, if you're not willing to get up at 4 a.m. every day and go fill that motherfucking fridge, you don't really want it that bad. And that's the one testament I get in my mans. That motherfucker go to sleep early as shit. I text him at 8. He texts me at 4 in the morning. Oh, I just woke up. What the fuck? Yeah, I'm going to fill the fridge. But you gotta want it that bad. You
You
really
got
gotta
to.
want it that bad. So that's the lesson of the
Yep.
week for me. That might have been a little long-winded, but I had
No,
a
loved it.
direct impact experience this week. So Dion, lead us off with some words of inspiration, and then let's get ready to get up out of here.
Got you, man. Affirmation of the week. All right. Repeat after me. I where I will honor every stretch, even the ones that hurt. Say it again. Come on. Affirmation of the week. I will honor every stretch, even the ones that hurt. That's understanding that, stretching is good for you, but all of them won't feel the same, but we will still give them honor. So this week, honor every stretch. Take a moment, stretch, shake it out, feel it, stretch. But just make sure you honor the ones that hurt.
Okay, Taylor Swift. Gotta shake it up. Shake it off. But we here. It's been a great episode 6. I don't know when we'll record the next one, just for the y'all fans out there. Hopefully it's after the Daredevil premiere. So that way we can argue and discuss it. But it's been a great episode. Shout out to all of the fans. We are over 150,000 hours of we're over 150 hours of watch time. That is incredible.
Let's go.
I mean, you all have spent over 150 hours watching me and Dion talk.
Yeah. And not to mention, remember this. If you got a chance to win the game, pass the ball to Buddy Hield. Okay.
Good night. Good morning. Chief Dreamer. It's your boy TPJ. I'll get it with y'all next time. Dion, final words.
And we out.